Blah, 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 GCF, blah, 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 divide, GCF out there, quotients in the middle, blah, 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 difference of squares, 9x, not there, should be in the middle, blah, 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 blah. Okay? Okay. That's all you heard anyway when I explained all that. None of you actually listened. All you heard was blah, 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 blah. There's an old cartoon comic strip called The Far Side. Many of you may have heard of it. Many of you may not have. But in one of the Far Sides, it was just one frame. That was all it ever was. And there was a guy standing right here yelling at his dog. Right? Bad dog, Ginger. You shouldn't have chewed up that ball, Ginger, blah, 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 blah. Right? And the dog is right here. There's the dog. The guy's yelling. And this part says what we say to dogs. And then down here, it's the exact same drawing, but it's what dogs hear. And the same word balloon, but it's blah, 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 Ginger. Blah, 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 Ginger. Blah, 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 Ginger. That's kind of how I think you guys look at math. I do all this talking and you hear x, y, exponent, factor, bracket, and all the rest of it is just blah, 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 blah. Thanks, buddy. Blah, 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 blah. Like if you name your child, like the lawyer on Arrested Development, Robert Loblaw, Bob Loblaw, blah, blah, blah. Get it? Because Bob is short for Robert. So Bob Loblaw, blah, 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 nothing. It's a funny joke. All right, where were we here? Not there. We were here. Did we see them all? We're done? No, didn't we have this page too? Yeah, I thought so. Check it over. Anything from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Wyatt, Connor, Vicky, this is all being recorded. We're just marking, right? So, but you did miss some funny jokes. There was some good material. If I do say so myself. Can I do number 3? Yes, of course I can. I'm the math teacher. One would think I could. One of these days, I'm just going to say no. There's no way I could do that. All right. What do you see there and there? How many x squareds do you see? 2. So it's 2x squared, just like we learned in grade 9. I collect my like terms. What do you see there and there? -3, -9, -12x. And what's left over here all by himself? +8. Now I look at that and I say to myself, self, what should I do every chance I get? GCF. What number goes into 2, 12, and 8? 2. So that's my GCF. So I put the GCF out there, and then I put all my answers. X squared minus 6x plus 8. Yes? Everyone agree? Now, does that factor? What's the check? I would need to multiply to 8 and add to -6. Do numbers exist that do that? -4 and -2. So this must be 2. Oh, it's supposed to be 4. Yeah. Thank you. Good gravy. 4, because that was the answer that was there before. It was a 4. Dummy head. 4. Now, are there any numbers that multiply to 4 and add to negative 6? No, 1 and 4 won't get to 6, 2 and 2 won't get to 6. So we can't do anything more, so that's done. Anything else from that page?
Oh, can you go over the second part of number 4?
Second part of number 4. Yeah.
The next part.
There's a couple of ways to do number 4. The smart thing to do is notice 3k squared and 15k squared. What do you do with them? Add them. Why? Because they're like terms, correct?
Yeah.
So I have 18k squared minus 18k. What's common to both of them? 18k. So 18k goes on the outside. What's left in there? K minus 18k over 18k is 1.
Okay.
What I had written there was what a kid did. They did a GCF thing first before they combined their like terms. So they just had to do an extra step. This is the simpler way. Everybody okay to 6?
Yep.
Sweet. 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that gets kind of messy. Oh, right, because I went over this yesterday. So, there is the right answer. Highlighted in yellow as soon as my eraser disappears. There is the right answer there. And there is the right answer there. I am willing to go over any of them, though. But I really only need to go over one of them. Damn. So you can see how it works. Okay. Does anybody need to see how 8, 9, or 10 works? Which one? Okay. What do you notice about what is blue? They're the same thing, aren't they? Okay. So, because they're the same thing, I'm going to do this. I'm going to say the letter A equals x minus 2. Is everybody okay with that? Okay. So that means anytime I see a letter A, I can write x minus. Anytime I see x minus 2, I can write an A. So is that x minus 2? So I can write it as an A. So that's XA. Everybody cool? Plus 3, what's that? A. Now what do you notice about this? Those are both common factors, yes? So I can divide by A, right? And then I would get A. What's XA divided by A? X. What's 3A divided by A? Plus 3. Is everybody cool to there? Now, what is A? X minus 2. So what do I write there? X minus 2. Is everybody cool? Everybody see what I did there? Everybody understands why it works? Okay. Do I have to use the letter A? No, I could use Q. I could use Z. I could use a lightning bolt. I could use a dollar sign. I could draw a fish. It wouldn't matter. Okay, Daniel. I've been teaching 17 years. I've been using those 3 examples, lightning bolt, dollar sign, fish. I've had like 1 kid ever actually use the lightning bolt. And it's always made me sad. No. You go, guy. Okay. So what do you notice about this one? A and B are the same, right? So I'm going to make Q equal A minus B. So I got 2AQ plus BQ. Take out the Q, and I'm left with 2A plus B, right? What's q? A minus b. So this becomes a minus b, 2a plus b. Everybody cool with 8 and 9? Okay. Now number 10 requires, again, you really have to think. What do you notice kind of about them? They're kind of the same, but they're not, are they? Because the 2x here is positive, and the 2x here is negative, and the 3 here is negative, and the 3 here is positive. But I know how to change stuff around, don't I? When I do a GCF move, things change, yes? So what if I divided this by negative 1? Does negative 1 go into every number? Yep. So if I take a negative 1 out of there, what's already out front? Negative 5. So what would happen when negative 1 hits negative 5? It's going to be positive 5. So I'm going to have x, 2x minus 3, plus 5. Now, what's going to happen in here? What's positive 3 divided by negative 1? Negative 3. What's negative 2x divided by negative 1? Positive 2x. Now, what do you see there and there? Now they're the same, right? And you don't even need to do that a thing because you've seen it a few times, right? Whatever we substituted for just goes to the front. And whatever's left over is there. So we would substitute for the 2x minus 3, right? So it goes to the front. And whatever's left over, x plus 5, is the other factor. Everybody cool? And then I just gave you 2 polynomial multipliers just to remind you, make sure you could still do it. And those are the 2 answers. Are we all in good shape? Tell you what, invent a new one. Come up with a new symbol that you can use for a variable that'll make me go when I mark it. Okay?
I'm going to draw myself.
You go, guy.
I'm going to be myself.
Excellent.
Like really detailed too.
Well, I was just going to say, be careful with that.
Why?
Because I once had a student back in the day, when I used to make them draw algebra tiles, actually draw them out. So when I draw algebra tiles, for example, x squared plus 2x minus 3, it looks like this. X squared, 2x minus 3, right?
Yeah.
This kid could not handle that. This kid had to have a ruler and a protractor, and it had to be perfect. And his x had to be perfect. I know the light just went out. And one day, we were writing a test, and the whole class was done. And they'd been done for a long time. And I went to this kid and I said, "Kid, what's going on?" And I looked down at his paper, and he was very carefully drawing all of his algebra tiles so they were exactly the same and perfect rectangles and squares. He would not have accepted a 1 that looked like that if his next one looked like that. Oh, it still didn't hook up? Damn. This would have not been good enough. So be careful in your search for detail.
I'll just draw myself. That's not hard.
Okay.
I'm looking myself every day.
Okay. All right. Now, guys, it's 10 a.m. Class ends in like 8 minutes. So I'm not going to do anything new. But in your book, you got away with a freebie, right? I should have checked this homework, and I forgot to. So try just 134. It's the same factoring. Oh, you're already supposed to have 134 done. I wrote it right there. You clowns. What's next? Oh, 135, 136. Oh, good. Okay. Don't do 136. Because 136 will... But you can do 135.
Oh, can you go back to the 132 at the bottom like this?
Yep.
On myself.
Yeah, 1 second. I'm just looking at
Maybe there? Yep.
Page 132 it says.
I know. I'm trying to find it. There.
Thank you.
All right, so let's get that written down. You guys are block B. You need to have page 130. I just said 135, yeah? Yeah? All right. And you probably have enough time to get it done in the 7 minutes you have left in class. Or 8 minutes, or however long we have left. I never actually know.
It's 18 minutes.
What?
I thought it ended at 10:18.
No.
Yeah,
No.
that's what I thought.
No.
Hold on.
Ends at 10:11.
Oh.
So you have 11 minutes left. Eden, Wyatt, Connor, and Vicky. I'm going to try and mark these right now. None of you gave me your review scores on here, though. So I'll just get them from you in a minute. I'm going to try and mark them right now. I don't remember, man.
Oh, there's
It was on Tuesday?
On Robert.
It wasn't paid
Robert,
on
on what?
Tuesday, so
Yeah, I'm sure there's video of it, though. So mark it and tell me.
It's not. It's not on. No, it's not. Oh, there. I'm sorry. It's 3D. Chill. That was a little high, too high. No, the Carl. The Carl one this time. Carl. I didn't get the other one.
Nice job, Vicky.
Wait, which page?
What?
Wait, let me just check.
What did I miss? I said nice job, Vicky, and then I heard giggly, and he just said nice job. Did you not hear me say nice job? Did you think I said something mean? All right.
Positive 10 minus 3 because it's positive 7. It's positive 7. Positive 3 minus 7. What? What? Noah. Noah.
Aiden, did you... Never mind. Eden. It's right here. Wyatt, Connor, Vicky, Eden. Have a quick look. Now, listen to me, you four. I went over the whole test, but obviously I didn't record it because it's a test. If you wish to discuss any of it or want to see how to do it right, you're welcome to ask me either right now or come in at lunch or after school or an X block. Okay? Everybody cool? All right. Oh, wrong button. Damn it. Stop. No, don't. Do we what? Of course you have school tomorrow, but there is an assembly.
Our block?
Yes?
Oh, I thought, because I was told that tomorrow was a pro day.
No, you were told falsely.
I think it's like block A.
Yeah, I think it's A tomorrow because tomorrow's a bad C day. I think you guys get your whole class normally, and then you switch in A. Do you want to what?
I was wondering, because I have a support block with
Yeah.
the bedroom.
Yeah.
That's last block today. Could I come and grab my test and bring it down there to do it today?
You want to actually do it today? Yeah, you weren't here when we went over it. I don't.
So I can come up.
Yeah, just come and grab it.
Thank you.
No problem.
Show, we have an English test.